Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Minds Beneath Us. Last time we left off, we had a pretty long talk with Sidu about all the things that are going to be happening tomorrow, which it seems like things are going to get pretty serious, and I'm also going to be training and stuff, so that'll be fun. Could you give me a hand, Jay? Yeah, sure, I got you. Hold up. Phew. How are you feeling? I'm good. Situation is quickly spinning out of control. But for good or bad, tomorrow will be the end of it. I have the same feeling. Hey Jay, do you think I'm too bossy today? Not at all. Really? Was I too mean? No, not at all. I think you're being pretty realistic about it all. Honestly? Phew. I've been doubting, pushing them. First for failing to protect you, then for hiding things from us. But unlike you, I was not working in the field, so I guess I don't have a right to say that. Your concerns are legitimate. Heh, thank you. And again, you're my boyfriend, of course you'd say what I want to hear. Would I? You should keep your own perspective. Don't just agree with me on everything. My opinion's only for your reference. Jeez, I'm nagging. Thank you for caring so much about me, Fran. I'm happy to hear you nagging. For real? For real. Great! Hey, have you realized we switched roles? You used to do all the nagging, telling me not to do this or that. Now it's exactly the opposite. I know how you used to feel, wanting and not wanting to tell me what to do at the same time. And I think I'm more reasonable, but I think I'm more reasonable than you are? I guess. Great. I'm worried about the mission tomorrow. I know you're much tougher than the average guy, but against what we'll face tomorrow, I'm worried about you. I'll bolt once things start to go south. Huh, you'd better. Hearing about your condition from Miss Sidu, it feels so unreal. All this talk about possession, persona, mental space, what do you think? What if I told you that I'm not Jason Dye? Wow. That would be quite the thing to drop on her at this moment. Oh my god. I mean, I feel like it would be better for Fran and Jason if I don't say that. Feels unreal, yeah. But you're taking it surprisingly well. I've seldom seen you surprised. I, on the other hand, am making a big deal out of everything. This is a big deal. Heh, you are, yes. Poker face has its perks. Oh, yeah, no, I didn't even mention my poker face. But, yeah. Friend's turning gloomy again. I definitely think the translation takes a hit the further you get in, which makes sense, quite frankly, given how much dialogue is in this game that needed to be translated. When we're done with Vision, you'll have to deal with Owl. If you can't complete the training, I'll nail the training if there's no other way. I believe you can. Once you join Owl, we won't be free anymore. What do you mean? As an agent, you'll have access to many secrets. Scandals of both corporations and governments. Owl can't just leave you be. There must be some kind of surveillance or monitoring system. Everyone close to you will be closely watched too. If necessary, they may even use me as leverage against you. It's true. But Fran, I know what you're thinking, Jay. If I'm to join Owl, Fran won't be able to go to the march, right? Yes, I'll lose many things that I used to be passionate about. Well, it's not your fault, don't blame yourself. If I really value them that much, I could choose to break up with you at any time. Truth is, I value you over anything else. I'll be with you no matter what. This is my choice. Feeling guilty means you're doubting my choice. You hear that? Gotcha. Yeah, good. Jay, I want you to respect my choices. In return, I'll respect yours. Going forward, always remember this. Whatever you choose, I'll be on your side. We'll face it together, shall we? Yes. Great. So, how do you think this will end? You mean tomorrow? Uh-huh. Whole situation. I mean... Honestly, I truly don't know, but that feels like such a cop-out answer. There's a good ending. I don't feel optimistic. I mean, honestly, what we're up against, I don't feel optimistic. I don't feel optimistic if you ask me. I see. I know we will go back to normal. We make our own breakfast on weekends, you get up so early to prepare everything. When I wake up, it's all done and waiting, and by that time it should be called lunch. Then I say it doesn't count, because I didn't get to do anything. You pass me the pepper, telling me to add it to the soup. There, you've done the very important final step, you'd say. We have lunch together and talk about how to spend the afternoon. Right, Jay? Right. Sure of it. Yeah. You should go check on Lawrence and 23. Why? You saw how Lawrence responded. 23 wasn't in good spirits either. Don't you think we should keep them mentally stable before tomorrow's mission? Because of tomorrow's mission? Not that I care about them? Both. Don't see everything as an either-or situation. Go. See you later. Don't come back too late. Bye. Bye. Lawrence and 23 should be at the open-air diner. Okay, yeah, I mean, I do wanna go check in on them. Can I see Sidu? No. Alright. Down we go. And let's see, what they're going to have for me. Imagine this is going to be a lot of talk about what's coming up. I'm interested in seeing what Jason has to say. Quite frankly. They're not here? Oh yeah, no one has the same thing for dinner 3 days straight. What other eateries do we have around here? There's that, place that Zhang works at. Probably there, I imagine. There's Popo. Popo's closed, though. Yeah, here we go. Hey there. Hey, Jason. Lawrence doesn't look very happy. Don't know why, but 23 insists on this noodle house. Been here before? Is it any good? Fran and I come here all the time. The owner must know you. I guess. Hey, 23. What? How exactly does Nin want to do this negotiation? Let's meet up with them in person? Isn't that dangerous? Can't we ask Owl to... We have to talk about this now. Okay. Hypothetically, that is, if Nin does have a negotiation with Vision, she'd do it through a middleman. He wants to be the middleman in a deal like this. The only kind. Those who want to teach Vision a lesson. Most likely she'll ask the Moonflowers to step in. You know about the Moonflowers, no? Yeah, my old gang used to trade with them all the time. I've heard about them. Good. Most of them are participants of the Moonflower movement. They are forming guerrilla forces against the government and big corps. Sometimes sabotage operations too. Kinda like a rebellion army. Army? Just a bunch of civilians fooling around and feeling good about it. Also, they never thought about overturning the government. And what are they up against? This era, I guess. These idealist fools somehow believe they can stop the world from where it's heading and turn it around. Anyway, it's far more than overturning a government or two. Oh, I wandered off. They'll do anything to just give Vision a stab. Is it possible that they somehow decide to publish everything we know against Nin's will? Is that what you're counting on? No, Nin won't give them everything. They just need a portion to make Vision believe we have more. Nin's name won't appear throughout the process. From Vision's perspective, they're dealing with a bunch of blackmailing terrorists. Doesn't seem very reliable. I agree. Well, we've played the same trick enough times to know it works. Given Nin's job and the things she wants, she needs a public face to communicate with big corps to... Oh god, hiccup. And take consequences. Hi, Zhang. Set a table for 2. Took you a while. How many tag-alongs do you take with you? Hold on, you're... Ivan Zhang's face says he just saw the most ridiculous thing in the whole wide world. What? You know Jason? Yeah, he's one of our patrons. Huh. Where's the thing? Same old place. Genuine sunrise stuff? Don't trust Ivan to fix it, man. Wouldn't even dream of it. Just want to see if you're keeping to the usual standard. Same old deal, same old thing. Don't you worry about it. Now let's see to use it with care. These things are not supposed to be disposable. At this rate, I can't keep you supplied. Don't mind the stream of money, though. Huh? You think she'd listen? Yeah, I have an easier time convincing a missile. Enough business talk, now eat your noodles. Couple more questions, then I'm done. Where have you been? Couldn't find you for a while. Business trip. I'm gonna restock, so what? It's a friendly reminder. Be careful dealing with the big potatoes, they bite. Sunrise? I don't call them big potatoes. You know I mean someone else. Keep your business small and steady. Don't touch anything too far above your class. You know the risk. It's for your own good, old man. Don't say I didn't warn you. You're the customer, and the customer's always right. No, I mean it, seriously. Tell yourself that first. Oh, you're screwing with something big, or else you wouldn't need me. You're being very cautious. Eat your noodles. Same grumpy old man. He'll be alright. Who is he? Weapon smuggler. Works with us all the time. I need to order something for tomorrow. He knows people in Sunrise. Nin likes Sunrise stuff, sturdy, and packs a serious punch. Why are you buying from smugglers? Owl doesn't know about this mission, Zwei. We're paying out of our own pocket. My hard-earned money. You're no stranger to these deals, Lawrence. Uh-huh. Saw you do it a couple of times. Never personally been in one of these deals, though. You only deal with patrons, but you are not. Surely every patron starts somewhere. And just doesn't trust me. She wouldn't listen back there, either. God, Lawrence, you really are in on this, like, feeling sorry for yourself thing. Hey, how much longer do you need to brood over this boy? Sick of it. Once again, she does trust you. You didn't see the way she jabbed me with her stare. You brought up the bug in Miss Ching's wound, then she immediately looked my way. Did she? Are you imagining it? I didn't notice anything like that. Because she wasn't looking at you. You're paranoid. Should have been me inside the construction site, but she chose Jason. Could have held the fort, but she insisted on waiting for you. Been trying too hard to help this way or that. She keeps saying no. You do too. Let's talk about trusting me. Why don't you show it? Why do you keep me outside this operation? It's slowly zooming in on Lawrence. Does she think I'm a snitch or what? Hey, your imagination's running too wild. Now she's gonna let Vision go? Don't understand. What's wrong with her? Do we just let them go like that? When we know all about their dirty deals? Say something, 23. Show some patience. You don't understand her judgment because you're not ready. Not ready for what? Not ready to join Owl? What does that have to do with what I just said? I didn't mean... Didn't you say I'm not ready? You really mean I'm not capable? It's not about capability. What is it about? What? Don't you have nothing to say? Huh? 23? Shut the hell up. It's your mentality. Hear me now? Your mentality. I don't get it. You're an emotional, impulsive, immature brat. You don't think things through, instead you act on what feels like a good idea at the time. Most of the time you focus on what you want things to be, not what they may end up being. No direction, no values, just impulses rushing this way and that. We're dealing with a delicate situation. One step wrong and the result could be nuclear fallout. This hate of yours against the flop farming industry will ruin it all. We've been stressing over and over again that no personal emotions have a place in operations. There are red lines to avoid, trade-offs to make. Good intention doesn't justify collateral damage. You refuse to listen. Okay. Suit yourself. We don't have time to wait for you to grow up. More importantly, we can't afford to let you screw up this operation. Screw up? I won't... You won't? You think I'm blind or what? Didn't I know about your little shtick at the Flop Corps? How could you... Not his fault. Asking him to keep it a secret only makes your issue worse. Yeah, Lawrence, I'm sorry. I can't really side with you here. It's right. Like, because you're so insistent on trying to prove yourself, you can potentially endanger things. Sometimes it is best just to listen to people that know about it more and be careful. It needs a team that follows instructions without asking. She needs soldiers, not a bunch of amateurs. Not a crybaby who keeps talking about justice and really wants revenge. So you're right. Nin doesn't trust you. I don't trust you. Shut the hell up and learn to listen, will ya? Lawrence. You happy now? Calm down, Lawrence. I mean... Yeah, like... Did 23 go really far? Yes. But 23's also been pushed to the limit and kind of forced to go this far. Like, they've told Lawrence time and time again, and he just refuses to believe it. He's like, oh, they don't trust me. I'm not good enough. I need to prove myself. And you keep trying to do crazier and crazier things and just get more and more broody. You are acting like a brat. And you need to be told, if we've hit the point where you just need to be told straight to your face, like, yes, they don't trust you, because of the way you're acting. Sometimes it has to hit that point. Sometimes it does. You can't just keep glossing over it, especially in a situation this delicate. Shall I quit this operation? Oh god. I agree, 23. I agree. Lawrence, listen. You're a smart boy, quick learner. More importantly, you have a heart of gold. I know this sounds cheesy, but you have no idea what a gem you are. It's easy to be nice when life is easy. Very few could stay nice when life beats them to a pulp. This is the quality that Nin's constantly looking for. The necessary quality for her successor. She wants to build a legacy. I have no doubt, you're the one. Your problem is that you're too easily influenced, that temper may lead you astray. For this reason, we pay close attention to the state of your mind. Nin wants to treat you as her equal. She has much to teach, but she doesn't want to be a mentor or your superior. You need to figure things out yourself. Theories and values are cheap enough to talk about. You have no idea how much weight they have until you actually need them. I can give you lectures, but you won't understand the point. You may even fight me over it. Nin wouldn't tell you what I did. She doesn't believe in lectures. You must discover it on your own. The process itself counts. I wholeheartedly agree. Like, getting lectured is one thing, but at some point you need to have your own experiences. Quite frankly, you do need to screw up when learning about things. This applies to, like, jobs, any kind of hobby you're learning. Failure is a part of that. But you actually need to learn from the failure. You don't just need to fail and not examine the situation at all and immediately dive headlong back into the deep end again, which is what it feels like Lawrence does. You need to learn, you need to examine so you don't make these mistakes again. Especially with something this delicate. Sorry, just couldn't help myself. Enough. Lawrence, you need some more time to train your spirit and mind. Nin and I, we're proud of you. Keep that in mind. Yeah. As the Nins plan on negotiating with Vision, I hate to let them go as much as you do. Think about it. Don't we need to consider the safety of their test subjects? If I were the boss, I'd be paralyzed. I can't choose between the two. Let's just say I'm so grateful that I'm not the one making decisions. Whatever Nin chooses, she has to live with the consequences. She cares about consequences way more than the average person. The stress is excruciating. Still, she pushes on, making more decisions, taking more consequences. She's been doing it for a long, long time. Yeah. Damn, you guys are boring. Show some spirit, tomorrow's the big day. Waiter, beer. It's a family-friendly noodle house. Yeah, beer or not? We have money. Filthy rich, drown me with beer. Public servants these days. Need to go out for a while, wait for the robot waiter to bring your beer. You're gonna want your joint. You people here, I don't need to worry about thieves. Right! I think I'll pass on the beer, can't have a hangover tomorrow. I'll pass too. Huh? Did I order for you? Beer's all mine. Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't really like beer anyway. I'm not a huge fan of alcohol anyway, but if I'm gonna have a drink, it's gonna be like a mixed drink or something. Drinking usually just like makes me like really warm, and I hate that feeling, so ugh. Can't hold a beer. I know. Nah, enough nagging. Let's talk about something fun. Like what? I don't know. Jason, you start. How's it going between you and C2? How'd you get to know Ivan? Kind of person. Something fun. How'd you get to know Ivan? Old Man Zhang? Long story. Let's start from the beginning. Said it's a long story, mind you. You asked for it. He's an outsider, originally from Huayan? Wait, these days it's called District 13. Back in his hometown, he was some kind of high roller, owned a mining company. Wow. All was good until one day Growl decided to take over his business, then you know. Growl was on an expansion spree in Huayan, buying every single competitor out. Those that did not want to sell, they had plenty of ways to persuade him. So Old Man Zhang sold his mine to Growl on the cheap, before anything could happen to his family. Big gap between business owner in Huayan and weapon smuggler in Wanpei. Come to that part, shut up! Okay. Now Zhang isn't a man to just quietly go away. He moved his family out, pulled some strings, and got a shitload of dynamite. No shit. When Growl came to check their new purchase, the mine was wiped off the map. That's what you'd call going out with a bang. It's nothing. Here comes the fun part. Growl was pissed. They tore the local mining community apart to find the culprit. With Zhang making an example, local miners and business owners united to duke it out with Growl. The riot went on for 4 months, gunfights pretty much every day, dead bodies everywhere. Basically a civil war. Hold on, how come I've never heard about it? Me either. Well, I can remember about Growl and Hawaiian or positive stories. I just recalled some story about a protest or something. Yeah, probably because they covered it up. But a civil war? Seriously? Always trust the government's censorship capability. How'd it end? Locals are no match for Growl in terms of firepower. No worries. Our old man Zhang came to help. He pulled a couple of strings at Hawaiian Airport. How many strings does this guy have? Anyway, he got a portion of Sunrise's export weapons before they could be shipped out. You're shitting me. These supplies, the war escalated. The local government couldn't do a thing. For a while, the central government decided enough is enough. They asked Sunrise to step in. No surprise. You know which side won. How many died? 9. Just 9? Huh? Just 9? You know what I mean, with Growl and Sunrise together, it should have been a massacre. Sunrise just sent 2 owl agents. They picked out all riot leaders within a day. Their families, friends, associates, all disposed of, and the riot was over. You know the rest. Growl controlled Hawaiian's mining business. There's the Zhang. He started the war, then fled to Wanpei under a new identity. Here he built up a little smuggling empire, using the profit to support victims of the Hawaiian Civil War. That includes both riot participants and those involuntarily involved. Sneaking them out of Hawaii and giving cash support, so on and so forth. So he's a good man. I wouldn't call him that. So, how'd you get to know him? I was assigned to handle the aftermath of the riot. In the process, I found Zhang in his current business. Instead of turning him in, I offered a partnership. Owl doesn't know about him? Theoretically. Theoretically. I didn't turn him in, and the case was closed. No one should know about him. Or if anyone did, they chose to let him go. Phew, that was one long story. That is interesting now. Now I know Zhang's background. You know, the character that I started the game playing as. Don't tell anyone, mind you. Of course I won't. Now let's try something else. This, I will say, this game has gone on way longer than I thought it was going to. Not that I'm complaining, because it is very interesting. But when I started off with Zhang, I thought it was going to be like a, you know, 10, 20 episode game. How's it going between you and Sidu? What do you think? It's only been a day or two since you last checked. We're busy working on the case this whole time. Thought by now it should have been over. Well, look what we have. Isn't that like the norm of your life? Norm it is. One case after another, and never any private time. Thing is, given the scope and scale of this mess, I don't think it's ever going to be over. There'll be one hell of an aftermath. Why are we, talking about work again? Bad boy, Jason. You asked about your relationship, then you led it to work. Alright, my bad. Let's try again. How'd it go with those kids? Come on, no work talk. Sorry. I got 1 penny for every sorry you said. I'd have how many pennies again? Anyway, just know that they're safe, okay? I have a friend in the shithole and get stuff done. It's an awesome hacker, helping people out all the time. She's awesome, but I'm awesomer. She's gonna return those rats to their own homes. Leave it to her. Got it? I'll talk about something else. What kind of person is Chameleon? Scum. No background, no history. Even Owl can't find anything on him. He takes money from big corps and does their dirty work, like this time. Can Owl take him out? Sure we can, but his little business doesn't justify the costs. Most importantly, since we're the law enforcement, there are things we can't publicly do. Hence there's a real need for their services in the market. Speaking of Chameleon, he's a quirky case even in the world of mercenaries. Very unpredictable. Hiring him means there's always a chance of backfiring. He's still in business because his men are the best. Surprised that Vision hired him. Why? Vision needs someone to get things done, like the transaction today. We should have hired someone more reliable. So I guess today was only a side job. Chameleon was really hired for the security of the facility. What facility? What else? The one we're about to break into tomorrow. Ah, yeah. Again, Chameleon's group isn't known for security business. This is fishy. What are they known for, then? Demolition, massacre, stuff like that. Loud, messy jobs. Also, it doesn't make sense that Chameleon took the contract. He and his men enjoy action. They're psychopaths. Things like armed escort and security guard are considered boring. What does that mean? I have no idea. There must be something we don't know going on. We don't have time to find out what. Whatever it is, treat Chameleon as a major threat. He's wanted by Owl because he kills Owl agents for the thrill of it. He's taken out how many? 4? Yeah, 5 of us. What? Is he that dangerous? Then engaged him quite a few times. She had the upper hand but couldn't apprehend or kill him. Chameleon, on the other hand, wants to kill Nin at all costs. Today's just another example. Nin walked right into his trap. Thank you, Jason, or else I would know. Wouldn't know. Why does he hate Sidu so much? For him, Nin's a major pain in the ass. Let's talk about something else, Jason. Running out of subjects. Okay. 23. You're drinking too much. Don't forget tomorrow. Exactly! Drinking's part of my preparation ritual. No such thing. Hey, listen. Suppose you love this person, you'd want them happy, right? Not even a question? Of course I'd want Fran happy. What if this person keeps doing stuff that makes themselves unhappy? What will you do? Huh? Why would they do that? They just do. Maybe psychological disorder or something, you get the idea. Probably help them get over this disorder, maybe? Gotta do something, can't just leave them be. What about you, Jason? I wouldn't do a thing unless they come to me asking for help. I don't know, every person's a different case. Find something I can do for them. I mean, yeah, it's true, every person is a different case. But find something I can do for them? Right? Normal people think like that. Is this somehow related to Nin? Yeah. She's kind of self-abusive. Wouldn't you say so? I agree. Richard gave me a smile that seems to mean I know, right? Yeah, I mean, I know a bit about being self-abusive, and yeah, she seems to shoulder a lot of the burden on herself. So, it's drastically similar to Fran and the conversation that we had with Fran at the beginning of the game, where Jason was basically like, you're killing yourself getting involved in all of these things, you need to take some time for yourself at some point. It's the same kind of thing. And there's a sense of responsibility. Everyone has it, but hers is pathologically strong. She just has to do something for the world, to save, to correct. With great power comes great responsibility. Huh, yeah. She quotes that all the time. Sounds good, but doesn't make sense. How so? Because it's an unreasonable order. Power and responsibility are separate things. Whoever came up with this line is telling people with power to take up more responsibility. It's not a proposal, it gives no reason, just a blunt order. I mean, who the hell takes up additional responsibility for no reason? Just because a random dude said so? Then did just that, knowing that she doesn't have to. But, is it a bad thing? I mean, at least I look up to Nin because she does that. I'm worried about her. I know what 23's getting at, like... Yes, with great power comes great responsibility, but if you also think of it from the perspective of... the one that said that, which, God, with great power comes great responsibility. God, I don't remember. They mentioned Spider-Man earlier. Yeah, I think it was Spider-Man. I don't know enough about superheroes. I truly don't. But yeah, that's true, but also people are entitled to live for themselves at some point. And even, like, becoming obsessed with the idea of trying to help everyone just because you have the power to do so might slowly destroy you. Like, at some point you still have to care for yourself. Because if you just totally destroy yourself trying to do everything you possibly can and setting unrealistic expectations and standards for yourself, you're just going to burn yourself out, and then you won't be able to help anybody. So it is better to take things at a rate that's acceptable for you, and everybody has different limits, of course, but sometimes you need, like, a trusted friend or somebody that you care about to basically sit you down and tell you, like, hey, you're working yourself to death, basically. A sense of responsibility makes her stubborn. She does things with terrible risks because of it. All these secret investigations without Owl's approval, the risk and scale escalates every time. This time against Vision. We're screwing with something way too big for us, and we don't even know if it's a legit case. Oh god, hiccup again. I've been against this operation from the beginning, but she just won't listen. Involving civilians, invading a flop farm without a warrant, breaking into the flop core. I'm not even sure if there's anything to investigate, and she's broken more laws than I can count. All this time, I'm just standing by her side, being her minion. Today's just another example. She could have pulled out, but chose to bet with her own and Jason's lives. Thank you for telling me, Jason, or else I wouldn't know. She'd never tell me. She was going to tell you. Sure, but not today, right? Wait till this is over, she'd say. When the timing is right, the timing is never right. Yep. It's the only way. She uses the same excuse every single time. Well, there are other ways, she just chooses not to see them. She does what has to be done. Huh? Nothing. Huh, she taught you well. Now we have a pair of consequentialists. What? The kind of people who believes the consequence justifies the means. If the result is good, the process doesn't matter. Isn't that how you see things? Probably. Not like you. Seems to be tired of this conversation already. Me and Nin, we're not the same type. No, 23? Maybe we're both piling too much expectation on Nin. What do you mean? I know I idolize her and I'm not ashamed of it. The Nin I see is not real. It's what I want her to be. Lawrence is somewhat dejected? Not like you. Idolizing's not my thing. Right. You're not idolizing her. But we're doing essentially the same thing. You want Nin to grow into what you want her to be, but she refuses to. She's just the person that she is. You are projecting unrealistic expectations onto her. In the process, you forgot that she's her own woman, instead of trying to understand her. That I do agree with, yeah. I mean, I still feel like you should... You should try and tell someone that, like, yes, they're going too far, they're pushing themselves too hard, and that's acceptable, but... I get where Lawrence is coming from. Like... At some point, you might not be able to change their mind, and sometimes they don't want their minds changed, or their minds can't be changed. If it's self-destructive, it's one thing. But... like, I get it. I get it. I'm sure 23 has tried to understand where Nin is coming from, though. But it feels like a situation where it would be good for them to sit down and talk. You choose to enforce demands on her. Come to think about it, isn't that kind of selfish? Huh. Dude, are you really Lawrence Chang? Unpossessed or high on something? Can't believe you just said that load of therapist crap. Lawrence can't even look her in the eye. You know what? You're right. I wanted Nin to grow into the woman I want since day one. I never accepted her as she is. A lot of her decisions seem ridiculous to me. Yeah, and that's not fair. You can't try to change someone, especially that you're looking to be a partner with. It's more important to kind of accept each other and talk about your grievances with each other, but not technically try to change the other person, per se. I call her stubborn, unreasonable. The truth is... just too selfish to even try to understand her. It happens to everyone. Love blinds. Yeah, guess I'm normal. Still love her. Okay, I'm done. So soon? Gotta prepare for tomorrow and dress Nin's wounds. Just dress the wounds, no hanky-panky. I'm a woman of the class. She looks really, really tired. Good night, you two. Night. Good night. Okay, now it's just me and Lawrence. Jason? How are you feeling, Lawrence? Caught him by surprise. Alright, I guess. Seems lost. Thinking about what 23 said about Nin. Never mind. Forget about it. Hey, you smoke? Nope. Nope. Never mind. Should get rest. You too. Tomorrow will be one heck of a long day. You going back? Yeah. Good night, Jason. Please let me know if you need me for anything. Good. I don't want to have a smoke with you, friend, but that feels like it was a plea to talk. Ryan was right. These people are less reliable than I expected. I mean, they're just people. Fighting against a giant megacorporation. I gotta talk to the guy who's possessing me. Wait. The hell was I thinking? What possessing? Damn it. My head. Okay. The fuck? That's my line. I think I just dragged you inside. Exactly like Sidhu said. She's not shitting. Yeah. How's my body doing? What do you mean? What it literally means. We were beaten to a pulp today. Did they break something? Should be reasonably alright, I guess? Reasonably alright. Sita was right, my body should be extraordinarily sturdy. Probably I don't need to worry about it. Hold on. What's happening to the body when we're both here? You mean now? Sitting in a noodle restaurant, probably zoning out. Wait. It's waking up. We'll talk later. You can't just pull me in when you want. Oi, wake up. Still alive? I'm alright. That was not a real question. You gonna hold your beer? People didn't order a lot of beer. Yeah, whatever you are. Can you get drunk? The body's still human, I see. You. What? Never mind. Time to close shop. Not expecting to see you again so soon, and you're hanging out with 23. Small world, huh? Huh. Oi, you. What the hell do you want to do? What do you mean? You know what I mean. This is not your body. What do you want to do with it? Trying to help this body's rightful owner. Help? How do you know you're helping? Or he doesn't want you to mess with Big Corpse. I can communicate with him. Can? Creepy, you and your kind. So do you know about it? They don't know I'm in control. Meaning they know that Jason Dye can be controlled, huh? Listen, I don't know what your purpose is, nor do I care. This body has an owner and he has a life. Please don't ruin it. I won't do that to him. Because I have to trust you. You know what? I've seen plenty of folks like you. Seen a lot of MBUs. I mean people like you. You're doing Al's dirty work because you don't have a choice. They use you for snitcher muscles, yeah? Sorta. Let me guess, it involves some huge-ass corporation? Can't tell you. You don't have a reason to trust me and I'm alright with that. However, have you thought about what happens afterwards? You mean there's something bad waiting for me? Pretty much. Don't move on to other cases, you're forgotten. Whatever aftermath this operation has, you'll be the one footing the bill. What if there's no aftermath? I've lived long enough and never seen a one job wrap it up aftermath free. Think about it yourself. What if Al doesn't want to leave you alone, or whatever force you're fucking with fucks back? I mean, there's no guarantee C2 and 23 will help me or even can. What are you getting at? Say it already. Saying that you... No. Jason Dye needs an exit plan. Corporations rule this world. Once they see, you can't make them unsee. In short, it won't end well. I have enough real-life cases to support my point. I mean... You are kinda right, it would be useful if I could just disappear like you once this is all over, because yes, Nin and 23 are not going to be able to protect me. I'm going to put myself and Fran in danger by doing this. 23 did help you, no? She told you about me. Yeah, she did help. Not without getting some benefit out of it. What benefit can you offer him? She also helped you because it's the right thing to do. Man could dream. I haven't worked with her for ages, I'm telling you she's not the type. Ever heard of the Moonflowers? They can be you and Jason Dye's way out. They offer protection to all civilians who the government or corporations find inconvenient. Like you. They'll take me in? Of course. Trust me, you'll need them. Take it out, huh? One condition, though, if you're to join the Moonflowers. Jason Dye must leave his past life behind. Not you, you really don't have a life. They'll give him a new identity. Start over in a place where nobody knows him. This help extends to him alone. Can't bring anybody along. Why? Because it's safer for him and them alike. Someday in the future you need them, come find me in this restaurant. 400 AM any Wednesday, I'll take you over. I see. There, I said it. Thank you. Just remember, you have choices. Now scram. Interesting. So to get Jason out of this situation, I could separate him from Fran. By staying together with Fran, we would be together, but we would possibly be on the run for the rest of our lives. But if Jason and Fran separated, they could possibly continue living their lives just separated. That's a rough call. It's basically like being together, but living a pretty torturous life. Or separating and having a normal life again, but it possibly still being torturous because we don't have each other. So That is a rough call. That is a rough call, and I feel like Jason may lean towards the joining the Moonflowers route to protect Fran, even if that's not what Fran wants, even if Fran wants to stay with Jason, even if it means they have to be on the run. I feel like actual Jason would want to like protect her and do the chivalrous approach and be like, no, we'll separate so that you can be safe and stuff without asking her opinion, but we'll see. We'll see. So, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time for some more.